Hi guys, Maggie here. How you doing? I wanted to make this video because I've been watching what's been going down with Chris D'Elia and his comedy career. And I worked in comedy clubs for many years, and I've worked with Chris on a few occasions, and I know a lot of the people that are responding to him right now in the comedy world. So I was just wanting to offer a perspective from a female who was a cocktail waitress from 2010 to 2012 at the Laugh Factory. I was the head of operations at the Laugh Factory in Chicago after that. I went on to be the general manager of Helium Comedy Club in Philadelphia, then went back to LA as the head of video production at the LA Laugh Factory. And then I independently produced comedy shows with a lot of these people on it. And then I'm a fan of comedy. I go to the Comedy Store before the pandemic all the time, probably once a week. So for the past 10 years, I've been involved in this world. And okay, here's what I think. Oh boy. I'm going to guess first what probably went on with Chris. I'm going to give you my thoughts on Chris just candidly. So Chris is a kind of a weird guy. Personally, I never saw him hitting on women. I never saw him, trying to sleep with girls like I saw the other comics doing. Okay, so he just kind of did his work and left, and kept his head down. Wasn't like flirty like the other guys. My guess is because Chris doesn't drink, he probably, relates to people a little bit differently. So he's probably alone on the road, and he's scrolling through Instagram and sees a pretty girl. He hits up that girl, and, for fun, he's chatting them up a little bit. He doesn't know how old they are. That's my guess. He's probably just seen a picture of some symmetrical, soft-faced young thing, and he chats them up. Okay, I think in one of the messages, it said the girl, when she told him she was 17, he didn't respond back to her. Okay, so do I think that's cool behavior? No, it's gross. Okay, but what I want to say is it's no grosser than all these other comedians that actually are trying to pick up women to sleep with them. Women that they don't want to be their girlfriends, they don't want to be their wives, they don't want relationships with these girls, they just want to fuck. And it happens over and over and over again. So you're all hypocrites to just be like, oh my God, this is awful, and then to just stop talking to him or not talk to him at all. Talk about predatory behavior. Women are just preyed upon by men, period. I'm 41. I just got out of a 3-month relationship where the guy pursued me hard just to sleep with me and painted himself a certain way. And then once they sleep with us, they've got a side piece or two side pieces, and then they're on to the next girl. This is just behavior of men. Not condoning it. I think it's all disgusting. Okay? I'm just saying Chris didn't sleep with these girls. As for the age, okay, I lost my virginity at 16. And if it had been today, it would have probably been something I could have reported because I was drunk. I didn't even know what was going on. That was the 90s. You just sucked it up. You didn't say anything. And I got over it, and it probably, messed with my head in a way that caused some certain sexual dysfunctions. It probably did. I haven't fully dealt with it even today. That was my decision to just let it go. Okay, I'm just saying that times are different now. I'm thankful that women are able to have more of a voice about this predatory male behavior, but let's not just pin it all on Chris, okay, for some chats and some pictures. I will say I don't know who these girls are. I don't necessarily buy that they're just innocent young kids that had no idea what they were doing. Let's look at Instagram and why girls post pretty pictures of themselves. Anytime a girl posts a pretty picture of herself, she wants attention, period. All right? Maybe it should be a conversation the parents should have with the women that just say, hey, you're a beautiful girl. You're going to put pictures out there and guys are going to want to sleep with you. They're going to want to chat you up. Every time I put a picture out there, I get hit up by men. And it's human nature. It's the male-female dynamic. And a lot of times we like it. We like the power dynamic. I dated comedians for years. No, it was never dating because they didn't want a relationship with me. I once wrote an article. It was under a secret name, and it was entitled, "If Twitter Gave Blowjobs, Comedians Wouldn't Need Girlfriends." That was because I would hang out with these comedians. All they would want is blowjobs. And they want attention from you, but they don't want you to actually, be there as an emotional support. They definitely don't want to be there to emotionally support you. That's the last thing they can deal with. They want to use women as objects. All these guys do. All these tearful and like these posts from these men saying it's just horrible. Maybe you got over that phase in your life, but there was probably a time for most of you that you just wanted girls around to either alleviate your loneliness, to bang you, to give you blowjobs. It wasn't for a relationship or something deeper than that. And it happens all the time to women. So I'm thankful for the Me Too movement. Do I think that Chris needs to be getting thrown under the bus by his friends right now, though? No, it's super shitty. And you people that haven't actually even talked to him, or you're just like canceling him from your Instagram following and coming out on your podcast saying this stuff is horrible. Well, maybe take a note from Jesus, and he who has, the thorn in their own eye. What does Jesus say? Look not at the splinter in somebody else's eye without looking at the log in your own eye. Like he who hasn't made a sin cast the first stone. All that stuff. I mean, I learned this stuff growing up in church. If he wasn't convicted in a court of law, then let's just calm down. And if there was like an allegation of bodily harm, of rape, I understand that one situation where there was the two girls and he exposed himself to them. I'll tell you, I've been in situations similar where at the time it's fun and you feel excited and in awe that you could be in the presence of a celebrity like this. And you know what? It was every bit on me as it was on them, because I put myself in that situation and I liked it. Again, we're looking at, people are saying the age of these girls. I think that there's all different kinds of maturity levels, and the parents just need to be real with the girls that this is life in the social media age. I'm not condoning what Chris did. I'm not condoning any of the comics. I just want to say that all of you guys do this to women. You all do. So women, need to speak out, but I don't think we need to necessarily point fingers at one person without looking at the way men treat women as a whole.